She does have some really nice hair. You have to admit, look at that great 80s hair going on there. That 80s hair repels lasers. I know that we're being invaded by aliens and I'm being shot at by a Star Destroyer, but all you can do is look at my breasts. Here's Millipede for the Atari 2600 with some terrifying cartridge artwork. Because you know this dude is like, oh shit, I have to fight a giant millipede and all I brought was a bow and arrow? You're so screwed. That guy's toast. Missile Command. There's a story here. If there was a thought balloon coming out of this dude's head, it would be, how can I possibly do my job when this woman leaning over my shoulder smells this good? And then he loses concentration and just launches a bunch of random missiles at things. They're probably not important. Don't worry about it. That's the secret weapon in Defender against the mutants. Distract him with cleavage, and then kill him with hairspray. Is that a mullet, or is that just his cape? I think that's his cape. It does look like he's got a little party in the back going on there. Here I have Surround for the Atari 2600, which has some very interesting artwork if we look at this closely. This dude's got some really sweet sideburns. And he's playing Atari, no doubt going, whoa! And she's laughing at him, while the Death Star or the disco ball, whatever, just sort of hangs out back there, plotting their destruction. She's also playing Atari over here. And I just love the random buttons everywhere. This is fun. I'm not sure I've looked at this design this closely, but I like it. So they're gripping onto the yellow thing. All joking aside, these cartridge designs are great. This is really good art. I must make up stories for all of these. So you have to leave it to Apollo to come close to Atari when it comes to cartridge artwork, because it appears that this airport has just lost gravity, and all of the luggage has exploded off the conveyor belt or whatever, and he's lost his pipe here. And there's no smoking in the zero-G airport, Grandpa. Meanwhile, she's trying to grab her bra, which has just floated out of her suitcase up there. So it's a pretty exciting airport. I think this guy down here has simply given up on life. Now I know this game says casino, but as far as I'm concerned, this is Heart to Heart right here. This is an episode of Heart to Heart on an Atari game cartridge, and I'm all about that. I'm fairly confident that's Robert Wagner back there, and he's just like, yeah, that's right. It happened. Yes, I'm sure it's perfectly safe. Accelerate into the creepy-ass cavern filled with spaceships. I mean, where else but on Atari can you find Ginger from Gilligan's Island, James Bond, and Robert Wagner all on the same game cartridge? All drunk at the same time. I so want to just jump into this design right now. I want to be a part of whatever's going on here. Looking to see if there's anything lurking beneath the table. I mean, really what jumps out at me about this cartridge, the first thing that jumps out at me, is how well cared for these plants are. I mean, look at them. So as I go through this, oh, that's the artwork from Star Raiders. Lazy. As I'm going through this here and trying to make up stories about things. For example, man, how'd we screw this game up on the Atari? They found a way. Ooh, combat. That's always a fun one. I've actually got two of my other favorite cartridge designs right here side by side. Not alphabetized yet, but we've got the dude from Warlords, who's going to kill anybody in his way that makes fun of his beard. It's pretty awesome. And Super Breakout, which is like 2001, except with paddle controllers. I can't decide what's more incredible, this guy's mustache or the misleading artwork on slot racers. The game doesn't look anything like that, which is a shame because that's some really sweet artwork. I feel like this box art is so good that it absolutely must go up here somewhere. So, as I'm still working out the shelves, you can see these aren't organized yet, but I need to find out how many shelves filled with Atari games I have, which, well, should be quite a few, considering this is only about half of them. I'm trying to paddle my way out of the rainbow death zone, only to find myself distracted by the chick from Defender, who's running, but never seems to go anywhere. And then to make matters worse, the girl from Casino has the most irritating laugh in the universe. Your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you.